This episode of my YouTube channel today is for you if you're an extrovert. Stand loud, stand proud, just like I know you can, and get ready to hear what career paths you might want to consider. Hello friends, I'm AshleyStahl, career coach, host of the U-Turn podcast, speaker, and best-selling author of the book also named U-Turn. Get unstuck, discover your direction, and design your dream career. According to Psychology Today, researchers estimate that extroverts make up a whopping 50 to 74% of the United States population. You're outgoing, you're high energy, and if you're being honest, you love to talk. That's because, generally speaking, as an extrovert, you draw energy from being with other people. You thrive in a collaborative environment where you can bounce ideas off of others. You love a work environment where you're almost always surrounded by other people and communicating with others. It's just who you were born to be. So without further ado, here are 7 career paths that are perfect for you if you're an extrovert. Number 1 is a public relations specialist. When you think about it, public relations is a pretty obvious choice for extroverts. Someone who works in PR, manages the public image of an organization, uses strategies to create a positive image among their clients, investors, and the media. A lot of this comes down to them building relationships with journalists, with magazine editors, with TV bookers, podcast hosts like me, clients, and more. They must have good social skills to network and maintain a network of media contacts, and also to be able to speak on behalf of the organization they work for. This is a fast-paced social job that tends to be peppered with schmoozery, networking conversations, and events, making it really perfect for extroverts. Typically, you would benefit from a bachelor's degree in public relations, journalism, communications, English, or business for this job. That said, I don't see that as necessary if you have that ability to navigate people like I think you do. The average salary for a PR specialist is approximately $61,000 a year. Number 2 is a sales manager. When it comes to extroverts, the sales field is another very popular choice for pretty obvious reasons. In a sales job, you need excellent communication and interpersonal skills to inspire people to buy your product or service. In this job, a sales manager would identify what their client really needs, their hopes, their aspirations, their dreams, and work to sell the product or service as a solution. This involves a lot of connecting, a lot of conversation, a lot of words, maybe even travel just to spend time chatting and building relationships. Quite possibly, it's the dream job for an extroverted person, particularly if the product or service they're selling is a match for what they value in their life. And if they're good at sales and they find a job that pays a commission on top of your salary, you have the potential to make a very strong income. A lot of people who work in sales, also referenced as business development or account management, have at least a bachelor's degree. But if you're good at what you do and you can network, you might be able to find a sales job without a degree and work your way up to management from there. Once you get to management, the average salary of a sales manager, depending on the company, can be anywhere from $84,000 to well over 6 figures in US dollars each year, especially if you're living that commission life. Number 3 is a customer service specialist. It's pretty clear why this is a popular job for extroverted people. People who work in customer service help customers troubleshoot problems with the company's products or services. I have a free quiz over at AshleyStahl.com/clarity quiz that helps you determine your career personality type. And one of the possibilities is being what I call a helper humanitarian, someone who's truly born to serve. You may take care of the client's needs on the phone, in person, through online chat, or in other ways. People who work in this job usually love helping others. Maybe they're an Enneagram type 2, and they just enjoy people in general. This is important because a lot of the time, a customer service specialist is speaking to people all day, every day. If you don't have a degree, that's okay, because this job is pretty easy to get into with a high school diploma, and you can take it from there. However, if you want to jump right into management, usually you'll need an associate's or a bachelor's degree in some type of business field. Keep in mind that this is normally a lower paying job, coming in at an average of approximately $36,000 US dollars per year. Number 4 is a teacher. If you're a very social person and you want to make an impact in the world, you might want to consider going into the education field. Being a teacher or a school administrator is a great career path for extroverted people because you're interacting and sharing information with students, parents, and staff members basically throughout the entire day. This is a job that you need a lot of energy for to keep your students motivated and attentive. Enthusiasm and creativity are huge, especially if you're working with younger students. And if younger kids aren't your forte, you may want to consider working with high school or college students. A teacher always needs a bachelor's degree, and those who want to work in middle or secondary school also major in the subject they wish to teach in. Many teachers have master's degrees, and school administrators usually have them. Average salary for a public school teacher in the United States is approximately $61,730 US. Number 5 is a registered nurse. If you love helping others, crave seeing immediate job satisfaction, and have a strong stomach, nursing might be the field for you. Nurses work in a variety of settings, such as clinics and hospitals, and they work directly with patients and other healthcare professionals to create treatment plans. Although not an official duty, it's usually important for nurses to have excellent interpersonal skills, as they are working with people who are often facing nerves or a sense of grief and sadness. Oftentimes, emotional support falls onto the shoulders of a nurse. Also, they need to be able to convey medical information to the patients and the families, which takes a lot of emotional strength. Registered nurses are required to have at least an associate's degree in nursing, but a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree can help you find a job with more responsibility and a higher salary. The average approximate salary for a registered nurse is somewhere from $60,000 to $65,000 US per year. Number 6 is a recruiter. If you're a recruiter, you better love talking to people in competition, because that's what this job is all about. Recruiters are responsible for screening resumes from individuals qualified for positions, but the biggest part of the job might be talent acquisition. Recruiters actively seek candidates for open positions by networking, cold calling, or emailing, use of social media, and other tactics. And once they have a candidate, they're normally responsible for interviewing, negotiating salaries, and placing the person into the right position. This is a position where you're almost a salesperson selling jobs to applicants and candidates, and it's highly competitive, with recruiters sometimes receiving commissions and working to secure candidates before other companies. This job requires incredible communication and interpersonal skills. Most recruiters have bachelor's degrees in fields such as business, human resources, or even psychology. However, you can probably network your way into a recruiting job without a degree. Both staffing agencies and larger companies normally hire recruiters. The approximate average salary of a recruiter is around $51,330 US a year. And then there's number 7, the entrepreneur. Believe it or not, setting out on your own and starting your own business can suit an extrovert quite well. Amazing communication and interpersonal skills are absolutely essential in meeting with potential clients, investors, doing market research, going to networking events, or simply marketing yourself as the face of your company and managing employees. Until your company takes off, first and foremost, you're the chief business development officer. Depending on what your company is, an entrepreneur might be talking with people all day long. But one thing's for sure, they need the ability to build quality relationships that are long term. This one is fun because there's no requirements to be an entrepreneur. You can do it without a degree, no matter what experience you have, and you can make as much money as you want to generate. Truly, it's on you. But as an entrepreneur myself, you know that it's not an easy road for everyone. In my free career quiz to help you discover your career personality at AshleyStahl.com/clarityquiz, there's an archetype I discuss. It's the intrapreneur versus the entrepreneur. You can take the quiz to find out if you're one of them. And I share the reasons why you may be a fit for entrepreneurship, or perhaps you're better suited as an intrapreneur within a company. Definitely check it out at AshleyStahl.com/clarityquiz. So if you're an extrovert, check out these jobs, because one of them might just be the career path you've been searching for, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments box. What career path do you find is perfect for you if you're an extrovert? Are you loving what you're doing? Let's learn, let's share from each other, and in the meantime, I'll see you next week.